people are getting rid of DEI. I don't know if y'all seen it, but I'm so glad that a lot of this stuff is being gutted. And I know that the companies are glad that DEI is getting gutted. And the reason being is because now you don't have to try to keep up with the Joneses or the other companies saying, oh, I got more niggas over here than you do. No, we got 12 niggas over here. Now over here at Walmart, we got 45 niggas work with us. Y'all know how they be. They be having who got the most niggas at the job. Who got the most niggas? Who got the most niggas at the job? We got 42 niggas. We got 65 niggas. Y'all know how it be. People be out here, they just be excited because they got niggas and they could just account for the niggas and they probably get a tax break or so. We ain't got to be sued because we done passed our threshold of more than 2 niggas.
American companies and lawmakers already rolling back DEI initiatives in response to Trump's election victory. Did DEI die on November 5th?
I think it certainly did, and you're already seeing.
Greg, what's the question you got? Hey, y'all make sure y'all like the video. Make sure y'all share the video. Greg, what's the question you got?
Some of the consequences of this in the private sector, where several companies are sort of rolling out these plans to roll back their own DEI initiatives that they've set in place over the past few years. But of course, I think it's going to be much more difficult to tackle DEI at the root than these companies and even some Republicans may expect. And that's because this is a big money-making racket, Todd. One Harvard professor estimates that U.S. companies spend about $8 billion per year on diversity trainings alone. That does not include the very profitable DEI consultants who can charge up to 6 figures for their work when they go into some.
Hey, Greg, I'm gonna answer your question as soon as this video ends.
Some of these corporations. And then, of course,
as a matter of fact, put in the comment section, yes or no, do y'all think America is racist? Put in the comment section if you think America is racist, yes or no.
There's the other issue, which is that even if you get rid of DEI initiatives in some of these private companies, and even at the federal government level, you still have not tackled the root of the issue, which is higher education. These ideas did not come from nowhere. They need to be torn out root and branch from our colleges and our universities, which, by the way, are also funded by our taxpayer dollars.
Oh my God, that's what I meant to do and I forgot to do that. I was in a rush. So the reason I wanted to play this video and I forgot to bring the book. So my wife is in school to get her leadership degree, right? To be a school principal, right? So she had a book on the table. And in this book, I opened the book up, just happened to read the book. And I opened the book up to start reading what was in the book. When I tell y'all, it is so much DEI shit in this fucking book. I'm gonna bring the book. This is what they teaching the principals of these schools to lead. And I'm like, oh, when she said that, it reminded me I was supposed to bring the book so I could read the little inserts. And y'all gonna be blown away. This is what they teaching in school. Like when people say a lot of this stuff, because I was in college and we didn't learn about this. It was just the basic shit. Now, that was 2008-ish, that's a long time ago. It's different now. So like I said, just listening to her talk about we got to tear down all of this stuff in school, I'm gonna remind myself to bring that book and read it to y'all so y'all can hear what she actually learning in school. And she was on like a call, like a conference call, like a call for the class, a Zoom call. She was on a Zoom call for a class. And they were talking about a whole bunch of like, well, what if the student is this? And how do I approach if the student is that? I'm like, I can't believe y'all got to tippy toe and have proper languaging to address said student or to address certain behaviors and mannerisms. Like, this is crazy that so many people have the tippy toe around these people that are really just need to be in straitjackets. Make straitjackets great again. Make straitjackets great again. So Gregory Calloway said, yes, racism exists. Is America racist? He said, yes. Do I think America is racist? No, I don't think America's racist. And the reason I say that I don't think America is racist because you can accomplish anything. That's why I'm basing it off too, Brad. I'm just basing it off opportunity. I don't think that I have any less opportunity as a white person when it comes to being successful. And typically what we judge racism off is how successful you can be in America. And like I said, I don't know if you was here earlier, I think that so many people, especially the black people, feel like white people which when it comes to generational wealth. I had an auntie, this is some real shit. I had an auntie this year. We're at a family function. Her husband goes upstairs. She says to the lady that she brought to the family function, she said, yeah, if I wasn't with such and such, I would date me a white man, because white men, they like to invest in stuff. Come again? How do you just figure white people just like to invest in stuff? I know you worked in places, because you hired me on some of these places where you around these white people and you ain't around no rich white men that just invested in doing all of this shit. So why do you think this is a thing? Like I said, I think it just go back to folklore that so many black people haven't been around white people. And we just equated to, like I said, I just equated to the Loch Ness Monster. You hear all these stories about the Loch Ness Monster, so you just had this grandiose idea of what it is. And I think black people are the same way when it comes to white culture. Most black people, that's why I said, even like from where I'm from Birmingham, Alabama, predominantly black city, police force, school system, city council, mayor, this is a black mecca. It'll be very hard for you, a black man, to encounter a white person that's just doing some racist shit now. That just be real. And then I personally am okay with racism. That's just me. If you're racist, if you got an establishment and you don't want a black person in there because they black, I think you should be able to do that. Oh my God. Over 6,000 spectacle lynchings of blacks since the turn of the century. What they got to do with now? Y'all always talk about things y'all ain't even gone through or things y'all ain't even seen. Just think about if you dated, a female and she was mad at you because a nigga blacked her grandma eye back in the day. Like, bitch, why you always upset? Because, my great-granddaddy used to beat my grandma ass, and I just feel that pain the other day. He just be blacking her eye, and I just feel like you just gonna black my eye one day. Bitch, what? Did you see this? No, but I heard stories about it, and they used to always talk about how she used to come around with sunglasses on and listening to music with the headphones not plugged in. Are you talking about Whitney Houston? Oh, yeah, you talking about Whitney Houston? Oh well. So you been telling me your grandma like Whitney Houston? My boy said black women are white supremacists. But just really just think about that. Think about dating a bitch, and she punished you for a nigga blacking her grandmama eye. Like, this is what we have. We have black people telling us we supposed to be mad about slavery. Black people supposed to be mad about slavery that we ain't even went through. And Greg, you wasn't here. I'm pretty sure you weren't here from earlier. What about the black people that enslaved black people in Africa? Is that part of racism? Or what about the black people that got their freedom and then enslaved black people in America? Is that part of racism? Or is that part of just a way of life? When LeBron gets to get his son in the NBA, we know LeBron is garbage as fuck, and he jump over other black people. Is that racism? Or what about the white boys he jump over? Like, this is what we are literally seeing a black man tell the NBA ran by white people what he will and won't do when it pertains to his son, and they listen to this man. If they kick LeBron James out to this day, the NBA is still going to go. Point blank, period. Watch Joy Reid. You ain't black. JB. Because to be labeled white is an insult to people that don't know actual history. PS still enslaves people, not Muslim. I don't know what you're trying to say. Joy Reid. I don't like Joy Reid. You know what spectacle lynching is? You talking about when they lynch people in front of folks? You talking about how they what it was, Nat Turner cut his ear off, and you know they still talk about how they got pieces of his body to this day. They were sending around. You know what we talking about? Like I know the history. And I understand we need to learn history so we won't repeat certain things, which I agree on a lot of those things. But for you as a black person, dang, I forgot to put a load of what you call it. I'm gonna have to do all of the DEI. For you as a black person to try to act as if those things are gonna happen to you is crazy. Is insane. But since we're talking about DEI and we got to include everybody, let's talk about these weirdo parents. I want to talk about this right here now.